Well, it's a story Fox 10 News first brought you today on Fox 10 News at 5. A dozen employees at Springhill Medical Center testing positive for the coronavirus over the last 3 weeks. Some of those infected, nurses. Our Lee Peck has been on the story all day long. And Lee, the hospital making a decision to take this public after all this time.
Yeah, Byron, in an effort to be transparent, they wanted to let the community know what they're facing. A couple of those employees are actually already back at work after being cleared, while most of them continue to self-isolate and recover at home, still within that 14-day period from the onset of symptoms. With more than 1,200 employees, chances were high that Springhill Medical Center staff would be impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Over the last 3 weeks, they report a dozen employees have tested positive for COVID-19.
Of the dozen who tested positive, all of them recovered at home with the exception of one who was hospitalized briefly, and that employee is fine as well.
Springhill Medical Center President and CEO Jeff St. Clair says about half of the positive COVID-19 employees work in patient care areas, meaning some are nurses, while the rest work in support roles in other areas of the hospital.
I will tell you something that's very interesting. We have 3 COVID units stood up here at Springhill. Not a single positive came from anybody who's working on the isolation units. So these are most likely community acquired.
He says it speaks well to the extreme measures that are currently in place at Springhill to keep patients and employees safe.
They do know the risk, but I think they also know that a hospital work environment is probably the safest place in the community you can be. Everybody's in a mask. All our patients are in masks when we transport. Everybody gets their temperature checked every time they cross the threshold to come back in the building. Everybody knows to self-report any kind of COVID-type symptoms.
And according to St. Clair, at any given time, they have up to 30 COVID-19 patients to as low as 15, with an additional 10 to 20 pending test results. We're live tonight from Springhill Medical Center. Lee Peck, Fox 10 News.